For Safer Internet Day 2015, I wanted the children to understand that not everything they see or hear on the internet is real. To achieve this, I created a fake BBC News page by using a 3D goggles app I'd found on the internet. This allowed me to take a real BBC News page and rewrite an article in my own words. As we were studying heroes and villains, I created a story about a hacker called Dr. No Teach, who had been hacking into school websites across the world, as well as our own Hub Plus learning platform. This fake page I created can be seen by clicking this link. Having read this fake page as a class, I then hosted this link on our Hub Plus site to allow the children to read the article in greater detail, whether they were in home or in school. I didn't make the learning objective clear to the children during the lesson. They thought I was just reinforcing the point of having a strong password, signing out correctly, etc. to avoid being hacked. The children in the school are all aware of the SMART rules, but with regards to the reliable section, to my delight, the children had accessed their Hub Plus pages that evening and returned the following day to question me about what they'd read online. The following are 2 unedited videos demonstrating how the children have applied their e-safety skills to determine if what they read or see online is true or not. The first video was taken the morning after the initial lesson, whereas the second video goes on to show the children using the Explain Everything app to annotate and evaluate their findings from the original fake BBC page. So girls, I understand you questioning the BBC Hub page I showed you yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. We went home and researched it on the proper BBC website and nothing came up about it.
And when you looked at the tab on when you clicked on Hub and onto the BBC News about Dr. No Teach, it came up with D.H. Cooper's remix. So I typed it in properly and it came up with a web maker.
I heard that you said to Miss Lorna, keep it a secret.
And they've fallen for it.
And why would you go off school for one day to visit the FBI and MI5?
And agents, Super Teach.
And on the news, why would it say Mr. Cooper instead of Daniel Cooper?
Yeah, it would
and
say
the
real.
Evil Dr. No Teach.
A bit unrealistic and informal for the BBC.
If someone would think, why would they call themselves No Teach?
Yeah, and out of all of the UK, because BBC is all over the UK and the hacking was all over UK, it had to go into Carmarthen and into Richmond Park and then to Mr. Cooper saying things.
And you also said about Pomeria,
Yes.
America and New Zealand, and we have links with them.
So
it's a bit too convenient, do you think?
Yes.
Well, because if you wanted to make it better, you would have done it somewhere that wasn't that with the link to.
Yeah.
So more people would fall for it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the BBC page that I showed you? Did that seem realistic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it has links going into.
And they all work.
Yeah.
And we were checking on. We looked when it's got the different topics, education and technology and things like this. When you clicked on them, they had a whole page full of news, real life news. So it looked convincing.
Okay.
And it had copyright at the bottom.
Yes.
So it had a copyright symbol. So you assumed straight away that was real because it had a copyright symbol.
Yes.
Okay. So what has this exercise taught you?
Not
To be
and research it.
I'm not sure. Yes, to be e-safe about things.
Don't listen to everyone.
And to tell someone if you feel a bit suspicious about something online.
So who have you told in this case?
You.
We called you out.
Yeah, we got you this time, Mr. Cooper.
Okay, so Mr. Cooper made a BBC News website page about Dr. No Teach the hacker hacking all our Hub websites. So we have made this to prove that this page is fake because it sounded a bit dodgy. So we looked into it a bit more. And the first thing we realised was it said this at the top, the evil Dr. No Teach. This does not sound very formal, a tool for a BBC News website, professional website. And the next thing we saw was it was affecting the USA and New Zealand. We have links with both these schools from both countries, which was a big coincidence. And down here, our main evidence of his/her existence are the calling cards he/she leaves behind on the websites of victims, a bright orange DTN logo. Now, a hacker would never leave any evidence behind to give anybody any clues unless they wanted the world to know about it.
The real BBC website would have put Richmond Park School not the best school ever. The FBI is American, so it would have taken longer than one day to get there. D&T had to zoom right into Wales and into Carmarthen and then to Richmond Park, which is a bit odd. Why would it say Mr. Cooper? If it was real, it would say Daniel Cooper, not Mr. Cooper.
Now, this next slide, the third slide. We noticed something, and up the top here, it says D.H. Cooper's remix of BBC News. Now, that obviously means it's not real. This page is titled under a remix of BBC News, so it means it's obviously not real. And up here as well, there was a tiny little black strip. Now, we couldn't actually see this one, so I was putting it on the big screen, but we see it now. This page was made with the Web X-Ray Google's part of Mozilla WebMaker Toolkit. And it clearly says it's made by WebMaker. He's so silly, Mr. Cooper. And we did think it was real at first, but when we used our brains, we figured it out. We are on your case, Mr. Cooper. We are. On this, we typed in D.H. Cooper, and it came up with a WebMaker straight away. So this means this is the website he used to make this web page. So we got you this time, Mr. Cooper. Detectives Abby and Lara, over and out.
Now I'm sure most of the children would agree that when they saw the BBC page to begin with, they thought that it was real. But as you can see, they've been able to independently apply their skills to determine if what they see or hear online is real and whether it's reliable or not.